Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Weber. We're going to talk about weight management strategies and eating disorders, according to the NCSF Personal Training Manual Certification. Learning goals: understand the variables involved in facilitating effective weight loss, identify physical activity substitutes for sedentary behaviors, identify strategies for manipulating energy output or input, diet, and output exercise, understand the impact of stress and social behaviors on weight loss, identify how alcohol impacts weight, identify strategies for healthy weight gain, and understand issues associated with eating disorders. So weight management has a couple components here: dietary changes plus improved nutrient timing plus regular physical activity plus structured reset exercise plus stress reduction equals optimal weight management results. So in order to control your weight, you have to be able to change your diet. You need improved nutrient timing. So, pre and post workouts, essentially, not eating too late at night, not drinking, sugary beverages before bed, regular physical activity, obviously at least 60 minutes a day, hopefully spread out throughout the day, and structured exercise, at least 30 minutes a day, and stress reduction, focusing on your breathing, focusing on positive thoughts, trying to build positive relationships in your life, and trying to develop cooperation between you and your spouse and the people in your house. This will equal optimal weight management results because you'll be lower stressed, you'll know when you're going to work out, you'll understand that regular physical activity enhances your mood, and improved nutrient timing will be really essential. Weight management variables: energy output, so your resting metabolic rate, which we've talked about, is how many calories you burn at rest naturally. So for me, it's about 2,000 calories. Diet-induced thermogenesis, so what we eat matters depending if we eat fat, sugar, or protein. Things like fat, like something like a cheeseburger, are able to store as fat almost immediately, whereas you might have something like cal, which might be harder to break down, which will cause a thermogenic effect. And also lean meats, meat will cause a higher thermo effect on food, which will burn more calories. Daily activity, what you do every day and how many calories you burn, and structured exercise. Energy input, so all energy that enters the body, such as food and water, or food and beverages. Forms of energy intake, specific quantities and intake patterns. And another variable is influential lifestyle behaviors, actions that affect input and output. Weight management variables, so for a modality, a pedometer-based step goal, weight loss range 0 to 1 kilograms of weight loss, and clinically significant weight loss, unlikely. Aerobic exercise training only, range 0 to 2 kilograms of weight loss, possible, but only with extremely high exercise volumes. Resistance training only, weight loss none, clinical significant weight loss unlikely. Modality, aerobic and resistance training only, weight loss 0 to 2 kilograms of weight loss, clinically significant weight loss, possible, but only with extremely high volumes of aerobic exercise training. And modality, caloric restriction combined with aerobic exercise training, weight loss range 9 to 13 kilograms of weight loss, and clinically significant weight loss possible. So really, modalities are important when it comes to weight management. If you combine calorie restriction with aerobic training, you're more likely to burn the most fat and energy to reduce your weight and calories. Aerobic and resistance training would be the next thing, and aerobic training only, possible, but only with extremely high volumes. Sedentary to active. Every little bit of extra movement counts. You want to repeat small changes to daily habits, add up over time, and gym 3 days a week with sedentary behaviors equals low success rates. Sedentary behavior, watch TV, take the elevator, do a lot of shopping online, park close to the office, drive to the store or work, play video games, sport titles, going to the movies, sitting at a desk for 8 hours at work. That's sedentary behavior. Active substitute, so taking the elevator, you could take the stairs. Watching TV, you can walk the dog, play with your cat. Shopping online, you can shop at the mall. Parking close to the office, park across a lot or down the street. Driving to the store, bike or walk to the store, or bring your bike and use it while you're around. And playing video games, you can play sports in a recreational league or just outside your house. And going to the movies, you go to a nature park. Sitting at a desk, stand 15 minutes or walk 5 minutes every hour that you work seated. Energy output considerations. Exercise emphasizes continuous movement and total body loading. Aerobic training equals high caloric yield per minute. Keep intensity as high as possible. Remember, EPOC, exercise post-oxygen consumption increases metabolism, and spot reduction is a myth. Focus on total kcalories. So you can't really pick a spot and say, I'm going to lose weight here. Your whole body has to get smaller or bigger at the same time. So you almost build a layer around everything. And yes, you're going to, maybe have more weight around, fattier areas that protect more organs. But you can't pick spots and tell your body to just lose weight in those areas. You want to exercise, or exercise should emphasize continuous movement and total body loading. So doing multiplanar, multi-joint exercises, sticking away from single joint, single plane exercises. So staying in the sagittal plane too much, or doing too much hip flexion and not enough hip extension. Maybe doing too much hip external rotation and not enough hip internal rotation. Maybe doing too much shoulder external rotation and starting to do more shoulder internal rotation. Aerobic training, obviously you want to be able to move for more than 3 minutes, light jog, walking, but I definitely recommend 3 to 4 days a week of aerobic training. Energy input considerations. So here are some strategies related to energy input for weight loss. Prepare food rather than eating out. Prepare smaller quantities of food for each meal. Eat smaller meals more frequently. Place small portions on the serving plate during a meal and wait 2 minutes before having additional serving. Serve food from kitchen rather than family style. Replace processed foods with whole fruits and vegetables. Carry healthy snacks to avoid feeling hungry. Use smaller serving containers. Avoid close proximity to snack trays and buffet tables. Eat slowly during each meal. Avoid long periods between meals. Be conscious of beverage calories. Shop from a premeditated grocery list. Select low-calorie or reduced fat sauces and dressings. Serve whole fruits for dessert. Offer low-calorie appetizers at social events. Do not be overly restrictive of foods. Eat in moderation, and communicate to others that you are focusing on calorie control. Beware of fad diets. So fad diets can be special or special or have secret ingredients. They offer rapid or dramatic results. Works with no exercise or behavior modification. So maybe it's a belt, maybe it's a pill. Celebrity athlete endorsed or doctor approved doesn't mean it works. Independent research, another clear sign that it's not worldwide or not collaboratively done. Claims to alter hormones, that's something that's not good because we want our hormones to maintain. We don't want them going up and down. And then can reduce cellulite or fat in specific locations. Like, we're going to reduce belly fat. Well, everything has to be reduced at the same time. And if works too well, reduce the dose. Stress and weight management. So stress is a major obstacle to weight loss. We know that higher stress people tend to eat more. Chronic stress equals elevated cortisol and visceral fat storage, lean mass catabolism. So even if you're not eating more, you're going to elevate cortisol, and that's going to in turn create more visceral fat storage, and this will lead to lean mass catabolism or catabolism, which is basically a breakdown of muscle tissue. Associated with overeating, poor sleep, alcohol equals increase the risk for obesity. So, all those extra calories, you don't think about them, and they add up over time. Alcohol does not equals weight loss. So alcohol use causes 3 issues. Fat oxidation is inhibited in the presence of alcohol, so you can't oxidize it. Other foods entering circulation are steered toward fat storage. So instead of being broken down, other foods that enter while you're drinking just get steered toward fat, because your body's focusing on the alcohol and breaking that down. Alcohol inhibits protein synthesis, doubly detrimental for trying to maintain or lose weight. So definitely not good for bodybuilders either, because protein synthesis is really important for building muscle. Social behaviors and weight management strategies to avoid poor food choices and behaviors when in social environments. Never go out hungry, so never leave the house if you're really hungry. Make sure that you're satisfied, not starving. Consume healthy, low-calorie foods before going out. Don't feel heavy, or you might feel lethargic. Drink water, low-calorie beverages between alcohol-containing beverages, making sure that you always have water with you wherever you go. Avoid close proximity to high-calorie food snacks. So if there's a table and at the end of the table there's a cake, maybe sit on the other side so you're not tempted. Select healthy food choices before committing to bad food choice decisions. So premeditate what you're going to eat for the week. Try to find social activities that include physical activity, or reduce emphasis on food and drink as the main form of entertainment. So if you feel like you're going to a lot of dinner parties, maybe just cut down on dinner parties, or try not to use food as the social tool. Add 10 minutes of cardiovascular activity for each alcoholic beverage consumed to negate the empty calories. So every time you drink, just think that you have to make that up with 10 minutes of cardio. Healthy weight gains. So hypertrophy training, add extra 150 to 300 kcals from protein, after you've done your normal calculations. Optimize protein timing throughout the day. Try to get protein every 3 to 4 hours. And resistance to change equals 500 to 750 kcals a day from carbohydrate and protein mix. Consume healthy fruits and vegetables for immune support, and supplements, shakes can be used for inadequate appetite. Eating disorders. Anorexia nervosa is the highest mortality rate among psychiatric disorders. Anorexia is when you don't eat. Bulimia nervosa, some sufferers maintain normal weight and or overweight. Bulimia is when you eat and then you will throw the food up to maintain weight. And then binge eating disorder. This is likely to be obese and lack of control. This is when you just overeat, and these would be the 3 main eating disorders that we might see. Recognizing eating disorders. Characteristics of eating disorders are body dissatisfaction, never feeling good, not looking in the mirror and feeling happy, emphasis on body weight, always looking at the scale, preoccupation with food appearance, avoidance of eating or noticeable overconsumption of food, depression, feeling of guilt, remorse, or self-loathing related to eating behaviors, feeling bad for eating and just sitting all day, body image distortion, looking in the mirror and not feeling good about yourself, intense fear of being fat, so fearing the fact that, fearing being fat might not help as well, use of laxatives, appetite suppressants, purging or diuretics, use of illegal drugs, eating alone, exercising excessively, and smoking cigarettes. These can all be ways that we can recognize eating disorders, and that's going to do it for weight management strategies and eating disorders. Thanks a lot.